animated movie Lightyear, it was a surprise for me. I didn't expect to enjoy this film, but considering this being a spin-off from the Toy Story movies, it's not perfect, but it does have its own nice adventure. I would say this film had a lot of expectations, but it just didn't meet up to all of them. Still, that doesn't mean that I didn't enjoy this movie. I had a fun time with it. So, the story of Lightyear is that Buzz Lightyear, voiced by Chris Evans, he is stranded on a hostile planet with his commander and crew, and he tries to find a way back home. And not just that, they also have to deal with the threat known as Emperor Zurg. If anything, I will say the voice acting is great. I enjoy the animation. The animation looks beautiful. And the story is very good for what it is. It's not great, mind you, considering this is not the same Buzz Lightyear from the Toy Story films. And part of me was kind of wishing they brought back Tim Allen, but this was a spin-off film, so they had to go in a different direction. I will say I did like the characterization of Buzz Lightyear. He's determined, he's a young space ranger, and he wants to be one of the best. So he actually spends a lot of time trying to get the mission right. And it's not just that, the other characters in this film, it makes it quite enjoyable. And this movie's funny throughout certain parts of the story. Nonetheless, though, at the end of the day, this is an interesting story to this spin-off film. And I would recommend you check this one out, especially if you're a fan of the Toy Story franchise. Now, despite how entertained I was with the film, I was saying this contradicts some of the lore. Now, to not give out any spoilers, I really didn't like what happened with Zurg in this movie. I didn't like the portrayal, I didn't like the execution, and it brought down the film for me. Granted, this movie is a step down from the Toy Story films. That doesn't mean I despised it. I like where it was going in certain parts, and other times I was like, what is this? One thing I will say though is that the beginning of Toy Story 2, when we see Buzz taking on Zurg, that was done real nicely. This movie, it takes place in a different universe. It's its own thing. But I was kind of wishing they stick with the original concept of who Buzz Lightyear is. This movie doesn't portray that, obviously. And it's a film that, despite some flaws that it has, I still enjoy it for what it was. It's a fun animated film for the entire family. It's sci-fi. It's a movie that people will like and others will downright hate. I thought this film was alright. Could have been better, absolutely. But it's a film that is still enjoyable in my opinion. I'm giving this film a 7 out of 10. Now, I did enjoy some new characters in this film, such as Socks, the robot cat, and of course, the Hawthorns, both Alicia and Izzy. They each play an important part in the story, and by the end of the film, it did make you wondering if there's going to be a sequel, because there is setup for that. But as far as a Pixar film, it does its job of being a fun family film. It's not perfect. There's better Pixar films out there in my opinion. But this is a movie that I believe a lot of people will enjoy for what it is. And that's my review of the film Lightyear. Alright, leave your comments down below in the section. And let me know what you think about this film if you have seen it. Okay, this is Slim Guy 172 saying peace out.